Hello and welcome to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn. And today we're going for a bike ride because I still don't have a new prosthetic because my insurance company is still being a bit of a jerk. And that's United Healthcare. If you got United Healthcare, you should know about that. So we're going on a bike ride, and today we're starting at Sammamish Lake Park, and we're going to go along the Sammamish Multi-Use Trail, down the Pickering Multi-Use Trail to East Lake Sammamish Trail, and onto Rainier Trail, and then back. Now, along the way, I'm hoping to find the Two Trees Troll. There's this artist from Finland who has made trolls out of found wood and old wood and scrapped wood here in western Washington, and we have one of them here in Issaquah. So I'm hoping to find that, and if I find that, I'm going to spend some time filming that and photographing that so you guys can enjoy it as well. So with that, let's get started on this little trek. Come on. I prefer these early morning rides when there's not so much traffic and you get to see the sun coming through the trees. It's beautiful. We start off going alongside the Northwest Sammamish Road from Lake Sammamish Park. After going alongside the road for a while, you'll take this little offshoot here that will put you onto the Pickering Trail. And this kind of runs parallel to the road, winds and wends its way through the woods, and you get to see the sun through the trees some more, which is always nice. After about a quarter mile, it'll take you under the road and alongside the Pickering barn where Issaquah has its farmers market every Saturday during the summertime. A little after leaving the Pickering barn, you'll notice the Costco headquarters buildings. I believe this one is the Costco corporate building number 4 that we're going past. Just after the Costco buildings, you're going to go under 62nd Street and make a left. This is a connector that will put you onto the East Lake Sammamish Trail. This is Issaquah Creek that we're crossing over here. Here we're going to cross 224th Avenue Southeast, and we're going to make a right onto the East Lake Sammamish Trail. This is Interstate 90 that we're going under, which shows up in one of my other videos when I walked from Victoria to Seattle. This is Gilman Boulevard that we're crossing here, one of the main thoroughfares through Issaquah. Issaquah used to be a railroad town, and much of this path follows the old railroad tracks. And in fact, you can still see some of the remnants of those railroads along the side there on the left. Now we're crossing Front Street, which goes through the old part of Issaquah, and on the way back we're actually going to go along Front Street so you can see some of the shops in downtown old Issaquah. Issaquah has jumped headfirst into the 21st century, but it still holds on to some of the old buildings, some of the history, just to remind people where it came from, where its history is. Not many people know this, but Issaquah is a sister city to a city in Morocco, the name of which I will not try to pronounce. Now we're going to cross Sunset Way, and we will be running parallel to Rainier Boulevard. I'm not sure what this pointy thing is. I think it's supposed to be art. Now, at about this point, the name of the trail changes from the East Lake Sammamish Trail to the Rainier Greenway Trail. And here we find Jacob Two Trees, Issaquah's resident troll. Now this is fashioned entirely out of recycled materials, and there's some other trolls around this area too, in Seattle and other places and on Bainbridge Island. He stands about 14 feet tall, and he's made out of recycled materials, and just as a note, he has a ponytail with a band made by this Nakalmi tribe holding his hair in place. And yes, those are birdhouses for a necklace that he has. This was a good place to just kind of sit for a while, relax, have a drink of water, and listen to the birds. But after a while, it was time to get back on the trail. There's a lot more to see. At the end of the trail where it intersects with a road, and I can continue on the trail, or I can go back. And I was thinking about going back and filming it on a time lapse or hyperlapse, just kind of make it cool to see. Or I could continue down this street to my right, connect onto Front Street that runs through downtown Issaquah, and take you guys through the old part of Issaquah. That's what I'm going to do, because I figure that might be a little more interesting for you guys to see the old Issaquah. So let's go do that. Now, I don't like to ride along the road on my bicycle. I don't feel very safe doing that, so I'm going to stick to the sidewalks, and if there's a bike lane, I'm going to use that. Fortunately, there is a bike lane for much of this. A little bit later on, I have to get onto the sidewalk or onto the street again. Front Street doesn't have a bike lane the whole way. It does have sidewalks, but if there are people on the sidewalk like you see up ahead here, and you're on a bicycle and you have to get on, oh, he went across the road and now I could have got on the sidewalk. Oh well, I'm on the road now, I might as well just stay here. There's a lot of good places to visit on this stretch of Front Street in Issaquah. There's the Issaquah Library, Jack's Grill, L42 Cantina, Las Margaritas, Sten's Barbecue, the Crawl Bar Restaurant, H&H Saloon, Vino Bella. There's the Italian restaurants, Montalcino, Maharaja Cuisine of India, Levitate Gastropub, good pub. And there's the Village Theatre, and of course there's the old historic Shell Holiday Shop on the right. And now we're coming up on the Dairy Gold facility. This actually started out in 1909 as the Northwestern Milk Condensing Company. And in the early 60s, it merged with Dairy Gold and is now the producer of most of the butter for Western Washington, along with cottage cheese, sour cream, and yogurt. Now we're going to cross over Gillen Boulevard again and get back onto the East Lake Sammamish Trail. This little tunnel under 62nd Street has some beautiful murals along it, and apparently a shopping basket. And what we're going to do here is cross 56th Street, which changes name to Sammamish Road, and head back to Sammamish State Park, to where we began this little journey. During the wintertime, these wooden bridges get really slick with water and ice, so metal mesh is put over them to prevent people from slipping and sliding everywhere. Crossing over the Issaquah Creek once again. And here's the entrance to the Sammamish State Park. That was a nice little bike ride. My kind of bike ride too. Didn't have to deal with traffic really that much, except for when I was going through Issaquah. And this was just a bike trail that's really easy to work with. And if you're looking for something that's ADA compliant, something that you want to be able to go down, get some exercise, enjoy some scenery, and enjoy the trees, and a peaceful walk or a roll if you're in a wheelchair, this is a great trail. If you park at the Issaquah Community Center and go down the Rainier Trail, very smooth, very easy trail, and you get to see the troll. It's very pleasant. I highly recommend it. So if you're ever in the Issaquah area, check this trail out, go for a walk, go for a bike ride. And hopefully soon I'll get my leg replaced and be able to go out hiking again and return you guys to the normal hiking videos. See you out there.